Thanksgiving fanfare is officially here, and you know what that means. The annual turkey pardon. And while the bird gets all the attention, we're here for something just as important: the fashion. So let's walk through who wore what, because some of these looks made an impression, for better or worse. First up, Melania Trump. Now, you'd expect high glamour from her, right? But this time she surprised everyone by keeping things understated. Melania wore an A9 Bing bomber jacket, layered over a Ralph Lauren turtleneck and a tweed pencil skirt. And honestly, the bomber completely ruined the look for me. With a tailored coat, it could have been a sleek, refined moment. Instead, the bomber dragged the whole outfit into casual territory and just swallowed her shape. Let me know if you expected something more from her, because I definitely did. As for Donald Trump, no surprises there. Long coat, bright red tie, the classic combo he's practically trademarked at this point. You could have guessed his outfit before he even walked out. And then we have Caroline Leavitt, who unintentionally, or maybe intentionally, brought a full pilgrim vibe to the ceremony. The black dress, the white bib collar, the little bow. Tell me that doesn't look like she stepped out of a Thanksgiving reenactment rehearsal. Even the turkey looked confused about who invited a colonial extra to the room. To be fair, her outfit was probably just a mix of basics from her closet: a white shirt, a black cardigan, and a matching bow. Still, the result was memorable. Caroline's 1-year-old son, Nico, made a rare appearance too, and honestly, he stole the moment. Dressed in a mama's little turkey shirt, he was adorable enough to distract from his mom's less than iconic outfit. If Caroline had coordinated her look with her son's in-fall colors, it would have been a much stronger choice, just saying. Pam Bondi brought a whole different vibe, arriving in a bubblegum pink tweed coat that gave Major Glinda the Good Witch energy. Sweet, storybook, and instantly eye-catching, she definitely stood out at the turkey pardon. And if Pam is the Good Witch of the White House, the real question is, who's the wicked one? But while Pam turned heads with her playful style, the real standout for me was Usha Vance. She looked effortlessly elegant in her camel coat and woven bag, and the subtle coordination with her daughter added such a charming, polished touch. JD, meanwhile, kept to his usual suit. Nothing wrong with it, but nothing new either. Of course, all eyes were on the Vice President and Second Lady, fueled by rumors of a possible separation after Usha was spotted without her wedding ring. At the turkey pardon, the contrast was clear. JD smiled as he carried their daughter, while Usha trailed a few steps behind, looking distant. Whether it was fatigue or something more, the tension between them was impossible to miss. In a recent interview with Fox News, Usha opened up just a little, but what she said spoke volumes. "While I certainly miss working, I am grateful that I have the time to ensure that our home life is as normal and stable as possible," she shared. Sounds sweet, right? But think about what she's really saying here. Usha, who used to be a successful lawyer, has basically put her entire career on hold while JD chases his political dreams.
Planning a life like this was just not on the horizon. I was planning to become a lawyer and practice. He, at one point, was planning to do the same thing.
And on top of that, she's managing life in the spotlight and raising 3 young kids, Ewan, Vivek, and Mirabelle. That's not normal. That's exhausting. And here's the thing. From the way she talks about it, it sure sounds like she's the one holding the household together. JD, meanwhile, is out doing VP things, shaking hands and giving speeches. Great for his career. But what about Usha's happiness? That kind of imbalance doesn't just strain a marriage. It can crack the whole foundation. And sure, the couple tried to shut down divorce rumors a while back, but it totally backfired and just made people even more curious. In fact, he's been known to refer to their children as her kids rather than our kids. Trombetti calls this out, saying, "They have equal ownership of the children, so where are his vested feelings?"
You know, she's got 3 kids. Obviously, I help with the kids.
Body language expert Dr. Jack Brown also noticed some distancing behaviors when JD referred to his children. When he said, "My wife has 3 children," he didn't mention his kids by name or even acknowledge himself as their father. Red flags, right? And let's not forget JD's awkward comment at a campaign rally in October 2024, where he joked about trading his kids for a couple of weeks. That probably didn't sit well with Usha, and it adds extra pressure to their already complicated relationship. Remember when JD said women without kids are just childless cat ladies who are miserable. Bold words from someone who doesn't seem super involved with his own family. And this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the cracks showing in JD and Usha's marriage. Matchmaker and CEO of Exclusive Matchmaking, Susan Trombetti, believes JD and Usha could face trouble on several fronts, from their wildly different upbringings to the intense political spotlight that comes with the vice presidency. So, let's break this down. First off, JD and Usha come from completely different backgrounds. They met at Yale Law School in 2013 and tied the knot the next year.
We were friends first because, who wouldn't want to be friends with JD? He was then, as now, the most interesting person I knew.
JD has built his political image around outspoken anti-woke rhetoric, while Usha was working at a progressive law firm in San Francisco. She only left that job when JD was chosen as Trump's VP pick. JD's upbringing, however, was far from easy. He grew up in the Rust Belt of Ohio, in a home that was anything but stable. Raised mostly by his grandmother, JD had to navigate life with a mother who struggled with substance abuse. His memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, tells the tough story of those years.
It occurred to me that there are things happening in our community, from the addiction crisis to family breakdown to also the economic problems that exist in the community. And
on the flip side, Usha had a very different upbringing. She was raised in a loving Hindu household, surrounded by a strong sense of tradition and family.
I grew up in San Diego, in a middle-class community. With two loving parents, both immigrants from India.
So, their contrasting experiences could either be a strength or a challenge in their relationship, requiring a lot of emotional work to bridge those gaps.
That JD and I could meet at all, let alone fall in love and marry, is a testament to this great country.
Speaking of deep-rooted issues, JD's childhood trauma might be another challenge for their marriage. Conflict resolution is key to any healthy relationship, and JD's background seems to have left some emotional scars.
I wondered if you had really dealt with everything.
that's a really good question. I've never been asked this. I think that the honest answer is that I probably haven't dealt with everything.
He's been very open about the lasting effects of his upbringing, including struggles with anger management. He admitted in his memoir that even at his best, he's a delayed explosion. And it's Usha who's had to manage his emotional outbursts. Trombetti says, that cannot be good for a marriage. What does she do? Lock herself in the bathroom to navigate it? JD's anger issues are certainly something to watch, but it doesn't seem right that Usha should always be the one to manage that side of him, especially when it can lead to an imbalance in their relationship. Trombetti points out that JD's unresolved issues could make the dynamic feel more like Usha being the mom and JD acting like the toddler with tantrums. That's definitely not the healthiest model for a marriage.